not adjust your screens, ladies and gentlemen, you are looking at arguably top 5 video games ever made. Mike Tyson's Punch Out. What's going on, you guys? Great Disciple back with something a little bit different. I know I don't normally commentate my videos lately, but this one I wanted to say a few things. Many of you guys who watch me grew up with a Nintendo, and for those who didn't, man, did y'all miss out. You know, it started with the Atari, and then from the Atari went to Nintendo, and then on from there, and the graphics got better, and the games became more in depth. But this game right here is easily one of the most popular and famous ones that really made people fall in love with video games. And this was when Mike Tyson was at his peak, and everybody watched him. And I have clips, by the way, that I put together on some of his knockouts, and I'll bring them to my channel eventually. But let's talk about this game. I remember growing up as a boy, you know, I had a group of friends, you know, 4 to 10 of us. It just depended on the day of the week. We would get together and we'd play football, either tackle football in somebody's yard or we'd play in the streets. If we weren't doing that, maybe we'd go up to the elementary school and we'd play baseball, or we'd ride around our neighborhoods on our bikes. We used to play hide and go seek on our bikes, or tag with bikes. I don't know if y'all ever did that, where like in order to tag somebody, you had to basically run them off the road and run them over with your bike. It was hilarious. But you know, I grew up in Texas, and it got really hot in the summertime. So once we finally overheated around lunchtime, we'd go over to one of each other's houses. It didn't matter because we all had Nintendos. Most of us had Mike Tyson's Punch Out, and we'd have little tournaments for hours. And we'd each take turns seeing who could make it the farthest before they lost. And man, these tournaments were so much fun. We'd sit down and we'd drink our Sunkist or our Big Red or our Dr. Pepper, and we'd be laughing and playing, watching each other try to beat these boxers. Now, of course, in the beginning, the first few boxers, like the first 5 to 7, pretty easy. You know, the AI patterns weren't that difficult, but once you got to the further guys and your heart starts pounding, it gets a little bit more serious, and your friends are saying stuff to you, and then you lose. And some of the super, see, the thing is this guy who you're watching play this, who gets the world record speed run, does it in just over 15 minutes. He doesn't let many of the boxers do their super special awesome things, okay? I mean, he's defeating these guys like nothing. But of course, when I was a kid playing this game, man, once these guys started charging at you and doing their spins and stuff, I mean, you start freaking out. I mean, I can't even remember how old I was. I was somewhere between 8 and 11 years old when we used to do these tournaments. But man, this is easily one of the games that made me personally fall in love with video games. Of course, a lot of people started with Mario, and there was Duck Hunt. Of course, Mike Tyson's Punch Out. There was Excite Bike, Contra. So many great games back in those days. And then, of course, from these games came all the greater ones that we play today. Now, the simplicity of this game is what I think makes it so special. Because back then, our controllers were nothing. I mean, we had a directional pad, up, down, left, and right. We had a select and a start button. And then we had A and B. And as for the controls of little guy here in the boxing, I mean, you could either hit A or B and you would do a left or a right gut shot, or you hit the directional pad up with A or B and you do an uppercut on the left or the right. And then if you wanted to dodge, you just did left or right and you would dodge left or right. And then for your super punch, which is when you see that little star pop up above the boxer's head, that's your super punch. You hit the start button and you rear back and you hit the guy. And that's pretty much all you had in your arsenal to defeat the computer. And each character, like I said, they had their own thing. Some guys were really weak to gut shots, some were weak to uppercuts, some, if you timed the start button just right, you could knock him out in one blow. Well, of course, this guy, he's got the patterns down pat. And he just walks through these guys. But the whole time I'm watching this, I'm just like in a trance. Because I remember going through these characters and beating the game over and over and over with my buddies, and it just brought back a lot of memories, man. I don't know if you guys have any games like that personally. For me, Tyson was a big one. I also played Excite Bike a lot and Contra. Contra, man, I'm looking for videos on Contra. There's not many of them that I can upload, but I used to love playing Contra because it was a double player. And then you guys probably remember Double Dragon. I heard they were actually going to make a Double Dragon movie. I don't know if y'all heard about that, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm I'm not going to commentate the entire thing, and the guy who originally did this video, he didn't say a word the whole time. You just see him putting his times up to the right hand side, because after the fight is over, it gives you a time of how long it took you to beat the boxer, and he inputs his times next to the world record time, and you see him just dismantle this world record. And from what I can surmise from reading the description in his video, this took him, I think, around 6 months to finally beat the record. So pretty impressive. I hope you guys enjoy this video. I have a couple other really cool things that I'm putting together right now, but enjoy this one. And if you ever did play this game, I promise you, watch the entirety of this video because it's worth it, especially when he gets to Tyson. And you just watch him dismantle Tyson. That's just amazing. So I hope you guys are having an awesome day. More to come, I promise. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what game it was for you that you can remember that just kind of started your love with video games. Alright, you guys, I'll see you on the next one. Bye.